It's going to be my first video on this YouTube channel in which I will be reflecting upon my personal growth, and I will be sharing some useful tips. I will try to simplify some concepts that I used to literally bang my head against so that you don't have to. I've been experiencing over the past 2 years a significant personal growth in which I managed to decrease my levels of stress, of anxiety, and I began learning slowly but surely how to deal with my stress and with my emotions, and I became more open and more even vulnerable around people. I became more open about my emotions, about my thought process, about my life. Not publicly. This is now I'm doing this, but like with my friends and stuff, and I noticed that the more I did that, I began connecting with people, and also while I was growing, I managed to inspire them. So I'm trying to replicate the effect that I have with my friends on a more massive scale. I know that's a little bit too early.
Whoa there, cowboy. What the hell are you doing here? Listen.
I'm just trying to make sense of my life. And I know I need something greater than myself. So I'm putting my effort out there, not because I have the answers, but because maybe it helps someone else too. We've been fed lies, consumerism, cynicism, meaninglessness, telling us we're powerless. But we're not. You are a hero. A champion. And I want to prove we don't need to be special to rise. Just real.
Oh, thanks. Alright, come on.
This is my first video. As you can see, I'm kind of not looking at the camera directly. I'm kind of looking left and right, up and down, because it's a little bit uncomfortable for me to do that. I will try to do that. It's not because I'm trying to avoid you or anything. It's because I'll get used to it. I kind of have this in me, this childlike enthusiasm about life, like as if I'm like revitalizing myself. And I've had this, a couple of people have noted that, and one lady, she told me that she was kind of envious that I was that I had this childlike enthusiasm about like life, about growth, that I was super excited. And I think that I kind of begin to understand what's the mechanism behind that, and how to achieve it, and how to embody it, and how to do it more often. Yeah, in short, I would like to sort of infuse you with it so you can master this enthusiasm that I can have. Cat, piss off. Piss off. I really don't know. I don't have a specific thing that I'm talking about. I'm just kind of like thinking out loud, and this is sort of freeing, I would say. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, by the way, to sit down and speak in front of the camera. I've been like buying tripods. Like this thing here is a teleprompter. I was thinking to buy to use a teleprompter so I don't have to be in this position where I don't know what to say, like, or if I stutter or something like that, to be like perfect. Then I learned that this perfectionism is it's a blessing and a curse. I don't want to say, oh, it's fucking bad, because everything has two sides, the law of polarities. So there's like two types of perfectionism also. Like there's an adaptive perfectionism where you want to like really give your best. You're really trying to put this image of perfection in your mind to like materialize it and make it happen. Will it be in a video? Will it be in your essay? Will it be in a book that you're writing, painting, at your job, at your relationship? You're constantly like grabbing from this ever increasing image of perfection that you're getting closer to it, and it becomes better, and like you're always lagging behind it. It's always going to be better than who you are as a person. And then there's this maladaptive perfectionism, which is, oh my god, I gotta be perfect. Like I cannot stutter, I cannot make a single pause. Like the news anchors, where they're like, good evening and welcome to this evening's news emission. At 2:45 p.m. a man stole a police car on GTA and he ran over a pedestrian. Like dumb, yeah, like okay, that was bad, but and this is like the maladaptive, where like everything has to be perfect, everything has to be perfect, and the, oh, okay, so I got it. So the difference between adaptive and maladaptive perfectionism is because The driving force, this might sound cringy to some people, but bear with me. The maladaptive perfectionism, the driving force behind it is anxiety, fear of failure, fear of not being enough. So you're like, you feel like you're always not enough. You're like, oh my god, I have to be better. I'm such a fucking piece of shit. So this is the force that's pushing you to better outcome. And the adaptive one is you're driven by love. Like you get genuine satisfaction from doing this, like making things better. For instance, now this is a very generic example, but if you're a carpenter and you love making stuff from wood, you just love making furniture, you wake up and you're like, my life is furniture.
My life is potato.
Not like my life is potato, my life is furniture. Oh, in all seriousness, like you're really passionate about woodcraft and carpentry, and you really enjoy doing this. Sort of like how I'm feeling kind of now, speaking in front of this camera. I'm enjoying myself. This is freeing me up. Yeah, and you just want to grow. You just want to grow. You have this love for the craft that's like pushing you. It's not even pushing you, or like rather pulling you. It's pulling you. It's like, come here, make me better, stuff like that. And you're just
experiencing oneness, pure, unbounded, infinite consciousness. This consciousness has qualities: infinite creativity, intelligence, energy, love, power, and bliss, dynamic peace. Always been there, never had a beginning, it is and it will be forever. Unbounded, infinite, eternal, immutable, immortal consciousness, fullness.
And you do it, and you're not like, oh my god, it has to be perfect, and you have this anxiety, but you have, I don't know how to embody it yet. So for the maladaptive, I can be like, oh, I can act it out, but for the adaptive perfectionism, I can't yet. Yeah, I don't know, but it's love, basically. Over time, we will get better at that. So this is also kind of my level, because I'm a Virgo, so I am a perfectionist.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
As you can see, maladaptive perfectionism has been my driving force for the major part of my life. So we covered perfectionism, something new that we learned, and I also just realized, so what else? Also, you're enough. Whoever you're watching, whatever you're doing, you're enough. God has given you great powers.
We're drawing on an infinite source. We've got deep reservoirs of talent and ability within us. We can learn to do anything. We have phenomenal powers. If we used our body like we used our mind, we'd probably just move our little finger.
It has given you consciousness, and regardless of how developed or underdeveloped it is, it can still grow. You do matter, like you're making an impact on this world, and regardless if it's good or evil. And I can say that from experience, because I've been tested by some really awful people in my life where they've hurt me. So I can easily be like, especially at the time, you don't really realize it unless you're really wise. But at that time, somebody imposes stress. Could be your boss, could be your manager, could be a fake friend, could be parents. You don't realize it, so it's easy to be caught up and be a victim, and to be like, fuck you, like you're hurting me, you're a piece of shit, and not to see the value behind it. But even the bad people, they do provide us in a very twisted way with good value. Or rather, not that they're giving us good value, they're kind of like ripping us apart. Like if somebody like cheats on you, or if somebody like stabs you in the back, or lies to you, or manipulates you, or just hurts you in whatever way, shape or form, that tears you apart, and that hurts. And especially at the time that it's happening, you have to be, like, as I said, really wise in order for you to like sort of see the outcome of this, like appreciating the pain.
They don't know me, son!
As it's happening, and not become a victim. there's been a lot of people in my life where they have manipulated me, twisted my words, lied to me, ridiculed me, imposed tremendous stress over me. And after I deal with them one way or another, regardless of the outcome, the pain was there, I got hurt, and then the act of healing from that pain is the great value that we're getting from those bad people. So even the bad people, they have their place in this world and in our lives, and they're not something to be avoided.
What did he say?
Control, this is Unit 7. We've got a code red. Repeat, code red. Subject is normalizing toxic behavior.
I mean, yeah, I definitely didn't pick my words correctly, but
You don't say. You don't say. You don't say.
Who was it?
He didn't say.
try to avoid them. Of course, try to avoid narcissists, try to avoid people that are toxic people, that they're just gonna put a straw in your heart and like try to suck all of your energy. Definitely try to avoid that. Build some defenses, protect your heart, guard your heart. Definitely do that. However, life will always find a way to break us. And you cannot do anything about it. It's part of life. It really is. As much as we're trying to avoid it and like get away from it and not to confront people and not to do difficult things and numbing ourselves and like not taking responsibility, I'm sorry to say it, but life will break you. Life will break you. Life definitely broke me many times, and so did you. I mean, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm broken and look at me, I was so broken and now I'm kind of like healed. I've taken some accountability. I've listened to Jordan Peterson, Joe Rogan, Huberman, Tim Ferriss, Chris Williamson, Wayne from the Dry Creek Wrangler School. I've watched them, I've listened to them, and they've helped me a lot to really clear some of the layers of pain that have been in front of my eyes, that have blocked me from seeing reality in a better perspective, because it would be too much if I say that I see reality as it is. Well, I'm not near that level. I'm not like a yogi, even though those guys, they really interest me. They seem super wise. And meditation, oh my god, meditation, something that definitely something that you should get into. Oh my god, dude, this is a game changer. So okay, we've talked about perfectionism, we've talked about life shattering you, and the healing process that the human consciousness is capable of, and the human body also. We'll talk more about the human body in a different video, where I'll be talking more about how I lost weight and how I became much healthier, and that it didn't take me like 5 or 10 years. It took me like a year and 3 months. In a year and 3 months, I managed to, when I started going to the gym, I was 123 kilos. Man, I just want to talk so much, you know. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that I'm all over the place. I hope I'm making some sense, and I hope that you're enjoying this. And there's a lot that I would like to share with you. Really, I would love to share that with you. Like, there you go, my friend. Please have it. I started going to the gym in June 2023, and I weighed 123 kilograms. In September 2024, so that's like what, 6 months ago? So 6 months ago, 78 kilograms. And you might think, what? What the fuck? It's so funny now, because now when I meet new people, I am like the skinny guy, or like I don't want to say jacked, because I'm not jacked, but I don't know if I'm fit. Like, you know what? I'll post a picture on the screen and you be the judge of it. I'm not gonna put labels. Everybody has different standards, so I guess I'm healthy enough, and I'm definitely striving to become more fit and more healthy, and not in this macho way where I have to be like, oh my god, you know, rather like being functionally strong and functionally fit and functionally healthy, so that it sustains me, and do my best to do what I can to have longevity in life, so I can sustain this body, this temple that God has entrusted upon me. So, but that's in a future video. For sure, I would love to share my experience and to infuse you with this enthusiasm that I now have for fitness and for sports.